On this show, I know Malika talks about how much she loves Scrabble and words with friends. So here's a fun word to help me lead into this next piece. Octophobia. It means intense fear of the number 8. People with octophobia experience anxiety when they think about or see the number 8. And from 1996 through 2005-2006 NBA season, the competition that faced Kobe Bryant very much had octophobia. So what better time to revisit the legacy of number 8 than today, August 8, 8, 8.
If you take his career and you divide it up basically in the numbers that he wore, he had 2 Hall of Fame careers. So it's only right that you need to retire both numbers.
Both tried to rip your heart out. Both of them was vicious in their own ways.
Kobe Bryant elevating.
What did I just see?
Kobe.
Just an epic performance by Kobe Bryant. The Black Mamba strikes again.
Kobe Bryant came into the NBA as a 17-year-old kid. But former Lakers general manager Jerry West said he knew from the moment he saw him work out that Kobe was special. And for the next 10 years, West watched proudly as the kid wearing number 8 grew into a champion.
Number 8 was he was a lot more explosive and athletic. When he went to the basket, he was trying to dunk on you. He was trying to embarrass you.
Hammers it down.
Number 8, 2000 finals. I had a chance to get my first ring, but no. Some guy named Kobe Bryant comes and snatches all of the glory.
Shaquille O'Neal is fouled out.
You didn't think they would do it without Shaq out there. And he just made shot after shot and really pretty much willed them to the win.
Kobe Bryant lives for this moment where he can actually do his thing, not have to concede for the big fella underneath.
And it was just like, man, that kid right there, he's the closest thing I've ever seen to Jordan.
In overtime, Kobe pulls up, hits again. How good is this kid?
He completely took over this game, and I was like, damn, that's what I'm talking about.
And the Lakers survive in Game 4. Kobe Bryant, who bailed out Shaq and the Lakers in overtime.
That was he's that dude moment right there for me.
Kobe and Shaq won 3 titles together, and it's hard not to wonder how many more they could have won with each other. But the Lakers felt like they had to choose between them after the 2004 season. And owner Dr. Jerry Buss picked Kobe. 2 years later, Kobe made another change.
The Lakers have notified the league Bryant will wear 24 next year.
Great players do that all the time. They want to re-challenge themselves. I think for him, it was just changing numbers and just trying to wash away everything that he did with number 8 and see if he can duplicate it with number 24.
There were different situations, different teammates. His role was different, and he continued to reinvent himself. That's what all-time greats tend to find a way to do.
Bryant on the pull-up, puts it in.
Number 24 wasn't as fast, didn't jump as high, but he was a lot smarter. It was like he found ways to reinvent himself as he got older.
He's got that look. He's got that game.
24 was more of a thinker, a guy that played chess while the other people were playing checkers out there.
I just saw a much more mellow Kobe. It was the first time I really seen him smile on the basketball court as much as he did. And I think he enjoyed that.
I once asked Kobe which number he preferred the Lakers to retire, 8 or 24. He paused for a minute and smiled and said, whichever number they choose, it would be hard for someone else to wear the other one.
Kobe doing it the way Kobe does it. I wouldn't put it past Kobe Bryant that he was thinking, I'm gonna play 10 more years, I'm gonna play number 24, I'm gonna have pretty much identical numbers that I had number 8, and they're gonna probably have to retire both jerseys. That's the type of guy he is.
Fellas, I don't know about you, but that was a very interesting perspective of, young Kobe wearing 8, more athletic, more showmanship, and then, as Kobe matured, kind of gotten older, thinking the game more at number 24. Just really interesting to think about. Matt, I'll start with you. You played with Kobe. Which version was better, 8 or 24?
Number 8 gave me a lot of buckets. Number 24 gave me a lot of buckets. I got a chance to play with number 24, and I think what they touched on was 24 to me, although he was always striving to be the greatest and continue to win championships, he just seemed like he was at peace He'd been through the wars early on, well documented, and it was finally his team. He was able to win 2 more championships and 2 finals MVPs. Each player was very special. If you look down the line, both numbers are very similar. So it was just an honor to get a chance to play against number 8 and play with 24.
Mark?
I think number 24 was at the beginning of it was the most feared player in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Not even because he didn't have the same athleticism. His hair wasn't the same. He didn't have that same afro. But, he was a surgeon, and he scared players, and he made everybody better. And he was also a more mature guy who understood the league, understand his place in the world, understand his ability to make a difference in the world, and he won without Shaq. And that's certainly something that stands out to me. And he just had a lot of compassion there. That's the night he got his jersey retired, and he was telling me, hey, man, I'm really happy about what you've been doing with the Undefeated. And I'm like, why do you care about what I'm doing? This is your night. And that just showed you what kind of person he was at the end, that even on a night that was special for him, he wanted to give me some kudos, and I'll never forget that.
Well, one thing's for sure, 8 or 24, the Mamba was always the killer.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.